So what's good? What's good, everyone? What's good? Welcome sa ating module 6, which is developing a trading strategy, which is yung presentation natin pa iba-iba, so it's not really, hindi naman siya importante yun as long as we can explain anything. So before, our module 5 is all about the technical analysis, fundamental and technical. So we combine that, we study what's the technical and fundamental analysis. So alam natin kung paano magbasa ng mga indicators, paano gamitin yung indicator, magbasa ng chart, at saka magbasa ng candlestick. Alam na natin yan. So ngayon, we'll move on to about our next topic, which is developing a trading strategy. So why is it necessary to have a trading strategy? So why a trading plan is essential? A trading plan is a crucial tool for any trader, serving as a comprehensive guide to navigate the complexities of the market and the informed decisions. It is a written document that outlines the trader's objectives, strategies, risk management, protocols, and methods for evaluating performance. These plans help to steer discipline, manage emotions, and ultimately increase the likelihood of consistent profitability. So, why is it essential? It's because dito natin control lahat kung paano tayo magplano, paano natin mag-execute, napaplano natin yung mga entry natin. So, which is good pag meron tayong strategy, which is meron tayong risk management na nangyayari. So, as you can see, it serves as comprehensive guide to navigate the complexities of the market. Kung ano mang mangyayari sa market, sa price, kung babagsak man o babagsak o akyat o mag-iibang direction, which is prepared tayo kasi meron tayong strategy na ginagawa natin for the risk management method for meron tayong strategy for risk management or iba-iba kasi yung mga strategy natin. Meron tayong one trade a day only or three trades, so 1:1, 1:3, 1:2, 1:1, risk ratio reward. So ganun yan. Kaya siya essential na meron tayong trading plan. Next, key components of a trading plan. A market volatility can easily lead to emotional decision making, which often results in losses. So yung market, hindi talaga siya nape-predict natin. That's why we need our strategy. So we need to be prepared ourselves for yung mga kung ano mang mangyayari sa market, kung ano siya against siya sa ating analysis. And then, a well-defined trading plan acts as a framework to counteract these impulses. So, pag meron tayong trading plan, naka-counteract natin or na-avoid natin yung mga possible na big loss sa ating capital. So, meron tayong stop loss, kaya nagre-risk management tayo. And ensuring that the trades are based on a predetermined strategy rather than reactive emotions. So, English na meaning instead of we are trading via emotions, we trade with the plans. But mostly we fail because we trade with our emotions. Because mali pala yung entry ko, dapat tagano ako, okay, i-close ko to tapos magbabay o mag-i-entry ulit. And then again, iba yung direction naman. Pumunta na naman sa sa previous na decision mo. So, ganun yung emotional trader. So, wala tayong magagawa, wala kang matutunguhan dyan pag emotional ka. So, which means, sundin mo yung strategy mo, whether it is a right decision or wrong decision. As long as you follow your strategy and risk management, you will never lose your capital. And then, it helps traders to approach trading as business. So, if you have a trading strategy, it can lead to like a business habit, you know. It can lead you up, it approach you of trading as a business. So it will become like your business. Hindi na yung laro-laro lang, sugal-sugal, hindi na ito. With a focus on a long-term success rather than short-term gains. So we should be focusing more on long-term. Hindi yung hype na hype ka sa pagkita ng malaking pera sa market within 2 days, 3 days, or 1 hour, 1 minute. But mostly, some traders to show us that kumikita tayo ng malaking pera within just 5 hours, isang araw. Pinakamabilis, 1 hour or 5 minutes for scalping. But we don't do that. Pero ako, nagtitrade talaga ako scalping. Pero, limited lang yung mga trades ko. At minsan, in 1 week, isa lang yung trade ko, or 3, which means isang araw na ako nag-trade, tapos sa isang gabi lang, tapos pinabukasan, may isa akong trade, gano'n. Hindi naman gano'n ako nag-trade araw-araw. Kasi, hindi naman necessary mag-trade ka araw-araw. So, yun yun. Then, next, we have defining objectives. So, of course, we should have objectives. This involves clarifying the trader's motivations, financial goals, and risk tolerance. Understanding why you are trading and what you hope to achieve is the first step. So, dapat meron tayong objectives when we go into actual trading. Okay, make sure kung nangyari, kung objective mo ngayon is 2 trades, whether it wins or lose, as long as you have 2 trades with the proper risk management. Or objective mo ngayon is kumita ka ng $10 just for this day, $10, and then another day, another $10. So, if you achieve the goal for na kumita ka ng $10 within this day, then you need to stop trading again within that day. You don't need, hindi mo na kailangan kumita pa ng marami if possible o kaya mong kitain pa. So make sure, follow your rules, follow your strategy. Wag niyong wag kayong masyadong kumpiyansa na kinita niyo yung isang bagay. Make sure you need to have a discipline and the strategy. Kasi yun yung pinaka-importante sa lahat sa pag-trade. Marami tayong mga traders is natatalo. Mostly, natatalo kasi it's our human nature na hindi talaga natin kaya kontrolin yung emotions natin when it comes to decision making. And then it is very hard also because we are against the unemotional market, which is the digital market. There's no emotion. Wala siyang pake, wala siyang empathy, kundi walang feelings yung market. Market is a very sensitive movement for sa mga price sa price. Sensitive yan. Once pumasok ka, magkakaroon lang ng konting movement. Affected na kahit maliit man yung trade mo, which is overall volume or transaction that is made by that currency will affect. So, wala kang magagawa. Maging emotional ka. Kasi yung kalaban mo is walang emotion. So next, we have the market instrument selection. Choosing the specific markets and financial instrument to trade is essential. The decision should be based on the trader's expertise, risk, appetite, and characteristic of the market itself. So, ito rin ang pinaka-importanting bagay na dapat natin gawin as a trader is make sure you don't need to trade every currency. Make sure na may isa ka lang na pairs na tinitrade na dapat yan yung binubusisi mong aralin at kilalanin yung movement niya. Kasi once kilala mo na yung movement ng isang price, magigits mo na yung takbo at alam mo na kung saan ka mag-i-enter, saan ka mag-stop loss, alam mo na kung anong ginagawa niya, predictable mo na. Hindi 100% na predictable, at least alam mo na yung takbo ng currency na yan. So, hindi ka talaga kikita if you are following the chart patterns. Kung may nakikita kang chart patterns na opportunity sa ibang price, sa ibang currency, at pupunta ka doon mag-trade, hindi yung gano'n. Make sure na stick ka lang sa isang currency. Ako dati yung ini-stick ko lang is USD GPY. Kasi doon ako medyo kabisado yung gano'n ng USD GPY, Japanese yen. At doon ako kumikita. And then, I slowly transition to gold. Kasi yung spread yung hinahabol ko. And then yung time frame. Kaya make sure pag nag-trade kayo, huwag kayo mag-trade ng 3 pairs, 5 pairs. Wala yun. Imposible na nakikita ka doon. Imposible na maging profit ang ka doon. Walang mangyayari. Kasi every currencies have different movements and have different spreads. Different kind of characteristic. So make sure na mamatch yung characteristic mo sa characteristic ng pairs na tinitrade mo. Kaya mag-ingat ka sa pag-trade sa pagpili ng mga currencies na tinitrade mo. So that's why it's important. Next, we have the strategy development. This is a core of a plan detailing the specific methods for entering and exiting trades. It includes identifying market indicators, defining setups and trigger points, and establish clear entry and exit criteria. So, dito, dapat yung strategy mo, alam mo na yung strategy mo, kaya may strategy ka na. Dapat, kung alam mo, may mga detailed ka na kung saan ka papasok, saan ka mag-exit. Dapat yun lang yung sundin mo. Pag alam mo na yung takbo ng isang currency first, tapos alam mo na kung kailan ka mag-entry. Ditong banda na to, pag pinaka-test mo, makikita mo dun, dapat dito ako mag-entry. Pag once nakita ko na ulit to, mag-exit agad ako. Tapos stop loss dito. Ganon yung strategy na dapat mong i-develop. And then you need to do it yung paulit. Kasi hindi ka matatalo doon. Kasi proven and tested na yung strategy na ginagawa mo. But don't worry, kunyari, meron na tayo, nagtatapit tayo ng strategy dito. Don't worry kasi in the future, gagawa ko ng advanced technical analysis para sa inyo, which is pipili kayo kung anong strategy ang gusto nyo gawin. I-share ko lang yung sa aking strategy. Alam ko, hindi na yung medyo komplikado kasi you don't need to know everything. What I mean is, it's not necessary to know everything to become a book. You don't need to be more knowledgeable at trading. What you need is yourself and your specific one strategy only. And then it's a repeated actions, and then it will result to achievement. Basta ganun may term para maging rhyme yan. So, yun yung ibig kong sabihin. Dapat may isa kang strategy na kayo na alam nyo. Kunyari, meron na kayong example. Meron tayong smart money concept, ICT, unit waves, ano man yan, anong strategy man yan. Example, meron ka ng strategy, SMC, which is ginagamit ko SMC. SMC is for technical analysis, strategy mo yan. And then your risk management, meron kang risk management, which is risk management for managing your entry and exit point, and then your action. Ganun lang yan. Pag sama mo yung tatlo, tapos repeated action, it will result to good. Ano ba magandang term sa achieve resolution? It will resolution. Basta ganun yung maging mangyari pag repeated action. It will result to good resolution. Good output. Yun, ganun. So next, meron tayong risk management. As I said, risk management is also part of the strategy. Very, very crucial part of the strategy is risk management. These components outlines how the trader will protect their capital. It, it involves setting position, sizing rules, stop loss orders, and defining the maximum risk per trade and daily loss limit. So, dapat yung pinaka-importante natin gawin is risk management. Dapat alam mo kung ilang units kang i-trade mo, ilang lot size kang i-trade mo, at ilang yung stop loss mo, ilang pips o ilang dollars lang ang willing mo i-loss. So make sure na protect your capital first. Then gaining profit. If you protect your capital, the profit will do the job by itself. Wala, pag hindi mo iniisip yung profits, wala. Mangyayari ang yung profit yung bahala sa'yo. Pero pag iniisip mo lang yung profit, yung loss ang bahala sa'yo. Ganun yun, opposite psychology, opposite lang. So, importante yung may risk management tayo. Next, routine and discipline. Yun nga, sinasabi ko, if you do it repeatedly, it will result to good output. Basta yun yung term ko, output. Wala na ako ibang masabing term sa achievement. Routine and discipline. Establishing a consistent trading routine is crucial. So, you need to have our daily routine. Don't do it impulsively on real. Mag-trade ako ngayon kasi hype na hype. So, wag ganun. This includes regular market analysis, trade journaling, performance reviews to identify areas for improvement. The more you trade consistently, the more you will see your mistakes, your losses, or ilang percent ba yung win rate mo or ilang percent ba yung loss rate mo. So, doon mo maka-calculate or mabe-base 40% yung analytics mo for trading. So, it's up to you. If you continue to trade, if you are confident with your performance, it's very nice. So, you just need to do it consistently. But, hindi ibig sabihin na consistently is meron tayong pera araw-araw. That's not the meaning of it. What I mean is consistent if we follow our strategy. If we only take 1 trade per day or 2 trades, 3 trades per day, just follow your 3 trades per day. Tapos dapat hindi loss mo, yung capital mo, hindi dapat mauubos yan. Kasi we need to protect our capital because we need to trade in another day, another week. Or else we don't need to trade for another day. Maybe we will wait for our confirmation, our setup para mag-trade. So, ganun lang. You don't need to have high gains. Because lang yun, parang papaasahin ka lang yung mga high gains na yan. Next, continuous learning. So first, you need to continue learning because if you don't continue learning, nothing will happen. You will just remain stagnant and you will not improve. So the market is constantly evolving as a commitment to ongoing education and adoption is essential. So it's very essential for us to adapt into the market. Kasi nag-iiba yung movements niya, iba-iba yung price action. Minsan this year is maganda, and last year is maganda yung movement. And then during this year, present day, pangit yung movement. So kailangan natin mag-adapt. Kung pangit man yung movement, so tapos yung sa strategy natin, is hindi dapat tayo mag-trade sa ganitong movement, huwag tayo mag-trade. So, get out from your PC or man dyan kasi hindi naman karera yung pag-trade. Hindi naman yan. Pag-trade, may mga traders na sa isang taon, in 1 month, meron silang 3 trades, ganun lang. mga professional traders, you need to be conservative in trading. Kasi yun yung pinaka-ano natin. So, the importance of discipline and consistency. Siyempre, pinaka-importante yan. Self-assessment. So, evaluate your market knowledge, goals, strengths, and weaknesses. You need to evaluate kung ano man yung weakness mo dyan sa isang currency na yan, sa market na yan, ano yung strength mo. So, make sure you need to focus more on your strength and then also in your weakness. Or you can do pair focus assessment. At least, mas maganda yung awareness mo. If you have, at least aware ka kung ano yung strength mo, weakness. That's a very important thing. Same also sa personalidad mo. Dapat alamin mo rin yung personalidad mo when it comes to trading and when it comes to making money. Kasi, nagre-reflect lahat yan. Kahit nakamita ka trading, kumita ka ng pera. Tapos yung pala pag withdraw mo, magasto ka pala. Magasto ka, may bisyo ka. We can still say you have been profitable, but wasted profit only kasi nilagay mo sa bisyo, hindi mo na as long as ginamit mo sa magandang gawain yung pera mo, withdraw mo, as long as ginawa mo sa mabuti or i-spend mo sa mga bagay na dapat mong i-spend, essentials, you are successful and then profitable. As kung nakikita ko sa yung ganyan profitable ka, congrats sa'yo. Kung yan yung ginagawa mo. So, then choose a trading style. So, we have a trading style. Later, I will show you on the next, sa ating next also. Maybe in the next module, pakita ko sa inyo mga styles or types ng trade. Choose a style of trading. Select a trading style that aligns with your personality, risk tolerance, time commitment, option and commitment. Options include position trading, swing trading, day trading, and scalping. So we have 4 types of traders. We have the position trading, which is the only one trade or maybe 2 trades position, and then they have the time frame for 1 month and 1 week. And then we have the swing trading. It's maybe position trading mostly buy lows and high. And then we have the swing trading, which is they have the time frame for 1 month, 1 week, 1 day. Then day trading is the time frame is 1 day, 4 hours, 2 hours. And then we have the scalping, which is 1 hour below. Then 5 minutes, 15 minutes scalping. Those are the types of trading. So, pili ka lang dyan kung ano ang fit sa'yo na style na pag-trade. Kasi, very risky na. Kung gusto mo yung hindi masyadong mataas yung risk tolerance pa hindi masyadong mataas. So, you can choose position trading, which is buy lows and high. And then, you can also choose swing trading, which is long term. Matagal yung time frame niya kasi mag-aantay ka lang sa trade mo. Mag-aantay ka lang ng ilang months, weeks, days. Then we have day trading, which is we can get the result for only 1 day. Isang araw lang natin. Kanyari, nag-trade ka within this, nag-trade ka around 8 a.m. So, maybe may profit ka na dyan or loss around 10 or 8 again, or 8 to 8. Kaya naman parang isang araw na process. Then we have the scalping, which is we can make profit only in a short period of time. We can have around 5 minutes, 10 minutes, ganon kasi naka-scalping tayo. And that is a very high style of trading. So, next is define trading times. So, trading times, that's when we have the time frames. Determine the optimal times for including considering market volatility and your personal schedule. Make sure yung schedule mo is match sa currency na Yung schedule mo sa pag-trade is match with the session of your currency na tinitrade. Kanyari, nag-trade ka ng USD GPY. Make sure na nag-trade ka within the Asian session, which is morning 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. in the afternoon or 2. Yun yung Asian session. And then London session is 3 to 10 p.m. Yun na yung pinaka-basic na anuhin mo sa session, which is huwag na yung mga London, US, yun nga, yung London sa major session sa gabi. Medyo volatile na yung market na. So, next, implement risk management. Always use stop loss limits and manage risk effectively. So, we have meron tayong risk management, define your maximum risk per trade, and consider setting personal circuit breaker to prevent excessive loss. So make sure if you don't have stop loss, masusunod agad pera mo. Kaya make sure meron tayong stop loss. So identify currency pairs. If trading forex, identify the currency pairs you intend to trade. Make sure pag-aralan mo yung currency pairs na tinitrade mo. Kasi kung nagbe-base ka lang for chart patterns, it is very, very impossible for you to become profitable. You need to study it with the candlestick and with the price action, and then plus the psychology of the market, of that price, of that currency. Dapat alamin mo yung ugali ng price nila, bakit nagkaganito, but every Monday, ba't ganito yung movement, every Tuesday, ba't ganito yung movement, ganun. So, make sure ka ng mga point, mga points, parang, para alam mo kung saan yung mga mostly nangyayari or repeated actions na nangyayari sa price sa currency na tinitrade mo. Next, plans for rollover rates. If holding positions overnight, understand and account for rollover rates. And also, huwag kayong mag-hold ng position overnight kasi magkakaroon kayo ng rates or swaps. Rollover rates is swaps from your brokers, which is hindi na accurate yung profit nyo, which is may deduction kayo from the broker, which that becomes their commission, which is if meron kayong running profit na $55, so mangyayari doon, if it's holding overnight, so magiging na yun, $50, or magdididag sila ng $3 or $5 sa swap fee ng broker overnight. It's normal for brokers to do that. Then regularly readjust. Be prepared to readjust. Be prepared to adjust your plan as you gain experience and encounter different market conditions. Keep a trading diary to track your performance and identify areas for improvement. Make sure mag-journal kayo sa mga trades nyo. Make sure every trade you journal it kasi doon mo i-base or i-calculate yung performance mo if are you really profitable or if your strategy really good or profitable. But mostly, kasi human beings lang tayo, tao lang tayo, hindi natin nasusunod yung strategy natin. But, as possible as you can, make sure you journal your trades and follow your strategy. Kasi, magsisisi lang kayo kung hindi nyo nasunod yung strategy niyo. Next, understand regulations. Make sure alam niyo yung regulation for the brokers, and then be aware of regulations governing trading in your jurisdiction. Yun ang dapat aware kayo sa regulation sa atin. kung saan kayo nag-trade, pinasimbawa naman yan. So, hindi naman masyado important din na regulation kasi na tayo, save na for the brokers. The brokers will handle all the regulations for that. We are not doing illegal. Because our brokers are, kasi, yung brokers natin is operate outside the country in the Philippines. If you are in the Philippines, outside the country is active brokers. If you choose XM, it's better. It's good also. Kasi inside Philippines yan. And then add details, include specific details in your plan such as the markets, your trade, capital allocation and stop loss limits level. Use the checklist to ensure consistency. So it's all lahat ng kung anong dapat mong kailangan gawin for just a trading strategy and then for risk management. A trading plan is not a guarantee for success, but it significantly increases your chance of achieving your trading goals by providing structure, discipline, and framework for continuous improvement. So, alam niyo na, hindi siya guaranteed as success, but it significantly increases your chance of achieving your trading goals. Providing structures, disciplines, and framework and continuously improvement. And mostly, dun yung ma-experience yung spiritual ng money. Like, alam mo yung dun mo ma-experience kung paano mo tatatuhin yung pera, paano mo didisiplin sarili mo, kung meron kang pera, ganun yung spiritualidad ng pera, doon mo mag-feel mo. Tsaka, trading is not only a game where you buy and sell, but it's also a game with yourself. Hindi lang yan nasa, screen, ginagawa mo ito kundi ikaw mismo, meron kang spiritual na nangyayari sa within your, lahat pang personality kasi within yourself, decision making, handling risk management, lahat pressure, mati-feel mo yan. Kaya be prepared kasi it will also drain you in the future if you cannot control yourself. And the pinaka-importante rin is dapat alam mo paano kontrolin yung sarili mo when it comes to trading. Kasi 100% all it's a gambling also. Kahit na sabihin tayo na ay gambling na, so ganun yan. Yes, it's 100% also gambling because we cannot predict the future price movements. So, that's why we need risk management, stop loss, calculate stop loss. So, it's actual gambling. So, no need to defend yourself. If meron kang mga sasabi sa inyo, nasugal to, coming from me, it's also a gambling. So, that's all for the developing strategy. But don't worry, in the next module, I will teach you, I will show you different types of strategy that you need to use, or I will teach you my own strategy only for you to become profitable because parang nag-English na ako lahat. Kasi, sa sunod na video natin is ituturo ko sa inyo yung ICT, Smart Money Concept. But ICT is very, very broad knowledge. But hindi ko kayang i-explain lahat ng ano yung nasa ICT. Which is yung i-explain ko is yung mga alam ko lang. Kasi masyadong complex na yung iba. Hindi basta-basta masyadong maintindihan for beginners. So I will just teach you the basic, not the basic, but it's very also effective. And then we will go also to advanced. Don't worry, we will go also to advanced trading. Tawagita ko sa inyo paano ako mag-trade. So, I hope meron kayo natutunan dito sa ating lesson module 6, which is Forex course. And I hope hindi kayo nabuboard sa mga lessons ko kasi more on PowerPoint tayo. Yun lang. So, God bless everyone. Thank you for listening. Okay.